if I speak, I'm actually no longer able to like hear or assess the situation.
Welcome to the Soul Game, a 15-minute group transformational experience where one participant seeks a solution for any life issue.
To take action, not to take action. How do I cope with these changes that I'm experiencing right now?
In this episode, it's all business. Have you heard the phrase, separate business versus personal? Well, it's not that easy. Is it possible to flag up concerns in a corporate environment without retribution to your own stability and opportunities? Can Bob, a good king, learn to advocate for others without self-sabotaging his career path? Let's see what the energies have to say during this Soul Game.
Hey, I'm Bob Patnode. I am a sales and marketing guy. Kind of grew up in Orange County and went to school up here in Berkeley. Been around the country, got married, currently in a divorce settlement process. Got 3 kids, 3 adult children. Currently living up here in the Bay Area with my 86-year-old mom and my sister. Got a little start in a new career, work managing a retail store, and we're here today. We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Very fun. Thank you. Thank you, Bob, for being here. We're so excited to be with you. So, what is the request that you're bringing in tonight? What would you like to work with?
So, as I mentioned in my introduction, I'm a store manager in Northern California, and I've got a new district manager I'm reporting to. He is from the East Coast, and he's coming in like a bulldozer and just creating all this change and chaos. Luckily for me, I think I'm doing okay because of my performance, but there are a lot of associates that I've been close with that are being severely affected by a lot of the changes that he's brought in. And I guess I'm asking, how to take action, not to take action. How do I cope with these changes that I'm experiencing right now?
Okay, so what I hear you say is you have a new district manager, and he's a bit of a bulldozer, and he's affecting change, and a lot of the peers around you are not comfortable with this at this point. They're not feeling comfortable.
To the point that they may become unemployed and so forth. So these are not just, new way of doing things. These are like job-ending decisions.
And so you're wondering, do I say something or do I not say something?
Exactly. And and I'd like to hear your input and how there's another piece of this that at the same time I'm applying for an internal position as an outside salesperson, which I think I'm actually better suited for. So that's a part of the puzzle, and I don't want to quote stir the pot while that is in play too.
Not wanting to stir the pot because you're feeling more suited for the outside sales job that you would really like to have.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
And because we're on this boundary of, business decisions versus, what's right and what's wrong, I have a tendency to want to shout out and express my feelings, and I'm holding back right now because of everything that's in the balance.
So I would like to tune in with, I really hear what you're saying though, that you're holding back because you do like to shout out. You're an advocate for people.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I do know that about you. It's very clear that you want something and that you want to go to the outside sales.
Yes.
And so is there anyone in this space that's feeling that vigor of getting back out and being more independent, the vigor of the outside salesperson?
So I feel like a forward movement. It feels like the car is jumping into the next gear almost on its own. Like it seems like a target, a directional forward moving energy that I'm feeling, being propelled.
Yes.
Much like an arrow coming out of a bow.
Bow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, how is that for you, Bob?
I hope so. I hope that's the action that comes. It's all, they're still taking applications for this position, so there's no real timeline defined in terms of, if I'm even going to be interviewed for the position. I think I will be, because I have some history with this position before, but like I said, there are no guarantees, and so there is some mystery hanging in that balance right now.
Mm-hmm. So I'd love to tune in with the mystery that's here right now. Is anyone feeling something just in this moment, just got something going on about this right now? This unknown thing?
I'm feeling like a lot going on in like my head, like my throat. I'm also feeling like feeling a lot of energy in like the front of my body, and like a lot of energy in the back. I feel like I have something like I need to say, but also like there's like saying it like wouldn't actually help. So I like, as I want to like express something, there's this connected thing to like my ears. Like I feel like if I speak, I'm actually no longer able to like hear or assess the situation. So I'm feeling like a mystery of like, what is this connection from like my throat to my ears? I want to speak, but would that really help? Like I would lose something. So I am still like curious. Like this could change, but that's what I'm feeling right now. And I'm not sure how to like move the energy in my throat, but I feel nervous about moving it by speaking it. I feel like maybe there's another way to deal with the energy here.
And how is this for you, Adrian?
So when I heard mystery, what I saw was mist, right? And I kind of feel like whatever it is that I'm feeling the urge that I'm moving towards, the arrow that's seeking its target, that target is like, I don't know if it's there or not. And I don't know whether to put a lot of eggs in that basket or not. But I want to put my eggs in that. I really want to put my eggs in that basket. So there's mist in front of me and there's mist behind me, and it doesn't feel. Yeah, what's behind me doesn't feel that comfortable. So.
So is there anyone in this space that feels this between Dipti and Amanda? Can either of you tap into this this energy of being pulled in, do I speak or do I not speak? Like being pulled in two different directions?
Well, I'll say that what I'm experiencing and what I've been feeling for quite a while, I feel a lot of heart. I feel, Bob, like just this immense amount of heart energy, and it's vast. Like I feel like I have the capacity to hold many people in a really profoundly integral way, and it feels, like kind of epic, almost like, I would say, like maybe you were a king in a past life, or like a good king or something, you know what I mean? Like you were a good king, you were a good leader, like I feel that sense of like, I care for my people, and not just your colleagues. I feel that with your colleagues, and I feel that in my heart, in this like, like the in what you described, but I feel that beyond. I feel it in a really big way.
Yeah, and they're coming to me for, they're shouting out, they're reaching out for, their drowning hand, and feel powerless to it to an extent because of what lies in the balance.
Totally. Well, it feels almost like when you discuss that balance, what lies in the balance, I feel like, do I try to rescue this pile of drowning people? Will I drown as well if I do that? And is this about self-preservation, or is this about responsibility to myself or to others? Or, so I really get the dilemma that's here in the space and that pull in those different directions. But I do want to just return to that, the feeling that I have when I tune into this. It feels like this situation is like this, it's your journey, like this is coming into your life. This is manifested in the external of your life because there's something in you that is moving through this. And maybe there's some parts of you that need that rescuing or tending or listening to, and maybe some part of you that needs the self-preservation. I don't know. I guess it's like I'm feeling like it's bigger than this moment almost, and to honor that as a part of your own experience, and to really, it makes me feel like I want to just tune in and listen to my heart, and that I feel this sense of knowing that my heart that I can show up in all the right ways. I can do it. I feel that.
I like that.
So Dipti, I'd like to go to you with I would like you to tap into the what action can Bob take in order to honor and listen and be of support, but also self-preserve?
So throughout this whole, I've been listening, I've been having this feeling of like complete stillness in my core. And even though all this is kind of going around, it's almost like there's a lot of expansion, a lot of space, but there's a lot of strength in that stillness. And that feels very resourceful to be in that still point. And that is very supportive to the others.
I hear that.
That's what's coming up.
I want to be supportive to the others who are feeling this pain. So
Yeah. It's almost being like a pillar. Stillness, but having that strength and being that pillar where you are able to support and they can lean on you and have and experience that strength still.
very good. Yeah.
I'm seeing this as a gentle giant who's able to receive in a lot of information, and how the information can come through you and blow past you, and yet you're honoring your heart, you're honoring the people, but allowing this to move through and past you, almost like washing your clothes or washing your body every day to come to a new starting point each day with fresh underwear. So I'd like to go around to each person and ask them to give one last word, and we'll close this session.
What comes to me is just this awareness that it's one thing to be a resource and support for others, and then it's another thing to advocate for them. And I think that there's a risk. There's different risks. There's obviously one risk is different from the other. And understanding what is the best way for you to be related to your colleagues as a source of support or as an advocate with respect to yourself and with your bigger picture.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So support.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's not underrated. Don't underrate that.
Right.
So just adding on to what Adrian said, it's the same feeling, like being this pillar of support, and it has so much strength in that stillness. And it's a powerful way to be connected with your colleagues as well.
I feel that like connection between the head and the heart, and like the speaking versus being still, and being able to listen versus losing your ability, able to hear in the situation. I just really hear what Adrian said about where maybe it's just the connection between your head and your heart staying there. That maybe I think, did I cut out for a second?
Yes.
Isn't that funny? That was her thing. She's like, there's this thing about speaking and hearing.
And
You're frozen.
Bummer. Well, I'll just share until maybe she'll be able to come back. But my final word, I loved what Shannon did with this thing about letting it move through. I'm really feeling, actually, I like the pillar, but I'm feeling more like this is like Tai Chi. I'm feeling Tai Chi here. I'm feeling like this is about that. There is so much strength in moving, letting the energy move without being defensive or too offensive. There's something about this Tai Chi. Yeah. Which also I would say really that requires being very rooted. You know, if you're rooted, if your feet are strong, connected to the earth, and you feel solid, and you can just really enhance that, your groundedness and your stability beyond any of the external circumstances in your life, just rooting in, then it's like you can be a Tai Chi master.
Bob, is there anything that you want to say in closing, and then we'll bring back in the energy?
I like the Tai Chi movement, right? Right? Is that right? I've never. Well, I think I've got a good outlook on what I have to do. So I do appreciate the group's feedback, input, and helping prop me up as a pillar of strength to my associates. So that's going to really help me start the work week off, which is tomorrow. So I'm very appreciative of actually doing this.
Very good. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
All right, I'd like to invite everyone to bring back in your energy to your midline. And so, Bob, what this is we just imagine that if we've left our energy with anyone else or anyone else, we're bringing it back to the center of our being. And we imagine this like we have a day vision, and we bring this back into our bodies. And then we also imagine sometimes the energy going from our system, our human body, down into the earth, down to the center of the earth, and that's a grounding technique. And receiving a breath, letting something out. Nice. We just want to thank you for being with us today. And we want to thank everyone here who's witnessing the game, that you too can be an agent of action for your soul by listening and honoring your system. And we hope you join us on the next SOULution. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, everybody. This was great.
Let's see, you were going to go to work the next day and maybe apply some of what you learned. How did it go?
It went fine. It went well. I'm really glad. I really thought the session helped.
What did you learn about yourself during the session?
What I learned about myself was that I've got this structure and confidence that I can use in my everyday interaction with not only my associates but my managers, and the key learning was that I can use that confidence to fight the anxiety that may be present.
Yeah, because you're a king.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. 5 stars to Amanda.
I love it. The minute she said that, I was like, yes, I could see it in your field. I agree with it wholeheartedly. It is what you embody.
I have to tell you that, Amanda's comments got me a little emotional. And I'm an emotional guy, but yeah, it's I really enjoyed her feedback.
Yeah, a good king. That is you. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that.